serious. I text her and I was just like, hey, if you don't hear from me in an hour, be worried. Here's my mother number. Like, if you don't hear from me in an hour, call my mother. You got my address. Send the people over there. Like, be worried, y'all, because I was low-key scared.
Don't wanna wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty. Don't wanna wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty. Don't wanna wait on it tonight.
You see the type of video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say anything, because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on what? That's on period and Mary Had a Little Lamb. So as y'all can see by the title, well, actually, y'all, I don't even know what I'm gonna name this video, but y'all, I'm laughing because I can hear y'all now. Y'all like, Asia, again? Are you dumb? Are you for real? And y'all, I'm for real. Like, I can't even believe this is my life. And I wasn't gonna do this video, but I asked y'all on my community tab. Well, I mentioned a piece of this story. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If you didn't, you didn't. But I mentioned a little bit of this situation on my community tab. And I was just like, y'all not tired of hearing stylish story times? Like, I'm overdoing these type of story times. But y'all was in the comments. Y'all was like, Asia, I'm sorry this happened to you, but I want the story. Like, I hate your life, but I want the story. So you know your girl gonna deliver for you. And I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even mad at y'all, because if I was y'all and I was watching me, I would be thinking the same thing. Like, did this girl make this stuff up? Like, how all this stuff keep happening to her? Like, you're the problem. Asia, you're the problem. And y'all, I'm with y'all. I am the problem. I had to think. And I'm like, Asia, are you the problem? Is it you? Are you just a scam magnet, or are you the problem? Because y'all, if I had to predict when the next time I was going to be scammed, I would have probably predicted like 2030, 2031. But no, y'all, it's still 2022. And this is like I can't even count how many times I done gave y'all a stylist scammer story time. And it might just be a Houston thing. Like, when I was back in Florida, I never got scammed as much. This is crazy to me. And I feel like, I'm going to put the receipts in the story time, and y'all going to see if y'all could have seen the red flags of where I got scammed. But I feel like this time I was really on my P's and Q's, and your girl still got scammed. And a little disclaimer, when I do these story times, I'm not mad, I'm not bashful, I'm not trying to put nobody out there. I'm literally just giving my experience. And I know y'all be like, well, Asia, you don't gotta explain yourself. And y'all, I feel you. Hold on, an airplane is passing through, so if y'all hear wind, let me just let them pass. Okay, so if I do these story times and y'all be like, oh my gosh, Asia, you don't gotta explain anything, nobody, y'all, your girl not mad. I'm not making these story times to bash anybody. I don't feel any type of way about anybody that I mentioned in these story times. Y'all have to realize that YouTube is a job. This video is a check. It's that simple. Like, that's all it is. So if you ever watch a video and you just happen to be the person my story time about, your girl's not mad. Like, I do these story times with grace, with a smile on my face. I'm happy. Well, I'm not happy about getting scammed, but y'all know what I mean. I'm not mad. I charge it to the game. I do a story time. I make my money back tenfold, and I keep it pushing. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Oh, and I got another thing to say, because I know this, y'all, my day ones don't do this, but my last story time, y'all was OD, and y'all was in the comment section like, oh my gosh, your intro was so long. I'm about to click off. Who's holding a Glock to your head? Who's holding the Glock to your head? If y'all don't like the intro or my disclaimers and my story times, or how long I take to get to the story, click off. Like, I honestly sit and think to myself, I'm like, Asia, are you holding an imaginary Glock to these people's head? No, I'm not. Like, y'all really bomb me when y'all comment and say, y'all don't like the intro because I'm taking too long to get to the point. Baby girl, click off the video. Nobody's holding an imaginary Glock to your head. Nobody told you to watch the entirety of the video. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do better, but I don't got it to your head. Click off. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this story time. So y'all, this literally just happened a few days ago, so my receipts may be all over the place because I honestly didn't even take notes or anything. I didn't even screenshot all of my receipts. Yeah, I'm gonna go right to Facebook and pull up everything as we go. But this happened literally, I want to say maybe like 4 days ago, y'all. Your girl had a date coming up. And you know, before a date, you just really want your hair done. You want to look nice. I had already took my hair out, y'all, because I don't know if y'all keep up with my vlogs, but I mentioned in my last vlog that I got my hair done by a stylist. That's the situation that happened with the girl puncher in my scalp. And I am going to give y'all an update on that, but I don't know when I'm going to do it because I'm still trying to get that situation rectified. But once everything is settled, I'm gonna come back and give y'all an update on how that situation ended. But yeah, that situation happened, and I'm a natural, y'all. I'm a 4C type of girl. I don't keep braids in my hair, honestly, no more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. Quick little intermission, y'all. It's Asia here from the future. I did want to ask y'all this because I didn't want to keep saying this in my videos and it wasn't correct. So I know I mentioned in my last story time about me having 4C hair, and a lot of people commented on my video and was like, you don't have 4C hair. So I'm gonna post a picture of my hair texture in this video, and if you're a hairstylist or you went to cosmetology school, please let me know if my texture hair will be considered 4C. I believe it's between 4B to 4C. I just want to know because I don't want to keep saying in future videos I have 4C hair and I actually don't have 4C hair, but that's what I've been told my entire life. So I took those braids out. And another thing, just a little disclaimer, because I know somebody mentioned in that video, they was like, oh, how you did a whole story time about a stylist damaging your hair and you still got the braids in your head. I don't know if y'all skip reading. Reading is fundamental. Listening is fundamental. The hair that I had in that video was not the same hair that the stylist did. I know I put it on the screen and I told y'all that I got my hair redone. So no, I would never do a story time talking about a stylist scamming me and then I'm still wearing the hair. That was not the case. That was a completely different hairdo, y'all. But like I said, I like to switch my hair up, y'all. So I took those braids out. I think like 2 days later, I had a date coming up and I wanted my hair done. I didn't want to look ratchet for my date, y'all. So I went ahead and I scheduled an appointment with this girl, and I found her through this Houston hair page. I think this page probably has like, they have like well over 5,000. Maybe let me pull the page up to be accurate as possible to let y'all know how many people they have in here. Okay, y'all, they have 14.6K. It says Houston only hairstylists, lash techs, barbers, movers, and nail techs. It's basically a little group page on Facebook for stylists and entrepreneurs, and they sell clothes. They have all different type of things on here. So this is where I've been going to get my hair appointments, and it's probably why I've been having these experiences, y'all. But people be really promoting their business on here, and I've got good services done on this app before. Like I said, y'all, I'm very impatient. I wanted my hair done before the date. And you know how it is when you go on a date and you get your hair done right before a date and you just be feeling like that girl. And I don't know why, y'all, but I never used to be on braids. Like in my adult life, I never got braids. Like I used to get braids when I was like in high school or like elementary school or middle school. Like growing up, I would get braids. But lately, braids have just been giving me like, I don't know, braids have just been giving me like bad bitch. Like I've been feeling like that girl with braids. So I don't know why. I just been really obsessed with braids lately, y'all. So I was just like, let me go ahead and find somebody that can do me some knotless. I ended up finding this girl. She was a travel stylist. And I'm going to briefly mention this girl because me and her did talk. And for the ones that see my community tab, y'all already know what I'm talking about because I put the screenshots in there, which I am going to enter them into this video. So I found this girl or whatever. And we're going to call her, let's call her Ashtray. We're going to call all the stylists in this video Ashtray. It's going to be Ashtray 1, Ashtray 2, and Ashtray 3. So I go and I find Ashtray. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the receipts, y'all. I go to her Instagram. I check out her page. Work very professional. License, everything on her page is nice. She says that she's a travel stylist. She travels from Louisiana to Houston, and I guess once she gets a certain amount of appointments, she comes to Texas and she does our hair or whatever. So I booked an appointment with her for Saturday at, I want to say, y'all don't have me lying, so let me go ahead and pull up the receipts, and I am gonna have everything right here on the screen so y'all can keep up with your girl. But like I said, we're not gonna do too much on this stylist because I honestly do feel like the person was genuine, and I did talk to her. She was still wrong, y'all, but I feel like she was genuine, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. So let me pull it up. Okay, Messenger. So I go ahead and confirm with the stylist. I let her know what I want. She tells me what type of hair to get, what type of the hair to get. She tells me what type of, y'all know the stuff they use for your jam. It was like this braider stuff. What is it called? It was called Braider's Jam or something like this. I'm gonna put a picture of it on the screen, but this was tax as hell, y'all. I paid $10 for this. The hair that she wanted me to get was like $10.99 a pack. This is like the most expensive braiding hair I have ever seen, but this is the type of hair that she told me she used. So I went, I picked up the hair. I let her know that I picked up the hair. I can't find the time now, y'all, but I'm gonna put everything here on the screen. So basically my appointment was for Saturday morning, and she was coming to Houston to do my hair. The morning of her, no, that night before she was supposed to do my hair, she texted me and she was like, okay, great, I'll see you in the morning. And then literally the following day, y'all, she texted me the date of my appointment, and she was just like, hey, my best friend wrecked my car and we got stuck here, and I'm trying to see about getting a rental somehow because I had more heads to do other than yours. But this just set me back. I'll send your deposit to you once I get it, because this car took my money and I'm very sorry. Again, I don't like inconveniences like this at all. So when she sent this message or whatever, I'm thinking like, oh wow, this is really unfortunate. Like, it's always me. Like, I don't know what it is, y'all, but every time I've got my hair done in the past, either the first stylist, if y'all know my story, every story time I have gave y'all about stylists in the past few months, y'all know it just never goes right. The first person I'm supposed to get my hair done by, they always cancel, they flip, they flop, like they dog die, they fish die, something happens, y'all. So I was like, no, like, go figures, this always happens to me. So she cancels the appointment, but I didn't have an issue with her canceling the appointment. I just seen in the message when she was saying, I'm gonna try to get your deposit back to you as quick as possible. So I wrote her back puzzled. So I'm like, so you can't send my deposit back, question mark, because it's just like, what you mean you're gonna try to get it back to me as quick as possible? It's an easy send. You go on Zelle, you type my number in, you type the $20, and you press send. So she wrote me back, and when she was like, I can, but I won't be able to send it back until Saturday when I get paid, because I had to use the last I had for a tow truck. So of course, y'all, I wrote her back, and I was very, empathetic, and I'm like, I'm sorry about your accident, and I hope everyone is okay, but it does seem a little unreasonable for me to wait a week to get a deposit back. The deposit was only $20, y'all, and if I'm not mistaken, a deposit is supposed to be used only if something on my end happens. So if a stylist, if I decide I'm not coming and I booked the appointment, she takes my deposit. It's non-refundable. If I'm late to my appointment and she has to cancel it, she takes my deposit. Anything that I do, that's what a deposit is supposed to be used for. If any stylist is watching this video, y'all can let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong, but that's honestly what I thought a deposit was supposed to be used for. So I'm still a little confused. So she tells me that she used my deposit to tow her car and get whatever situated with her car. So I was like, what did I say after that? Oh, so she wrote me back and she was like, I can show you my bank balance to let you know I'm not lying. I really don't have anything right now, which is the reason for me coming down to book heads. Then I not only owe you, but I owe 3 other people over my BF's mistake. Not trying to be unreasonable, I can get it to you sooner than a week if I can. So I liked her message, and I explained to her, I said, hey, I've been scammed twice. Like, y'all know the history. Like, at this point, your girl got PTSD. Y'all know the history. So I tell her I've been scammed twice already in this group, so it's hard for me to believe that I will get my deposit back. Again, I'm sorry about your situation, and God bless. Y'all, I'm keeping it very professional, very kind. I'm handling the situation with grace. I'm not cussing her out. I'm not talking to her crazy. I am a little annoyed because, like I said, I got a certain type of braiding hair. One, the braiding hair was like $9.99 or $10.99 a pack, and then I bought like 3 or 4 packs, and then on top of that, I bought this expensive ass jam that was like $10.99. I didn't know if another stylist was gonna be able to use this. Y'all know most hair stores, they do not give you your money back. They do exchange only, and that's after like 2 days. Y'all know how these hair stores is. So I'm a little annoyed about, the money that I already spent. So I'm not being rude to her. I'm just keeping it very, fresh or whatever. So she writes me back and she's like, I know, I apologize again. I'll assure you I'm not a scammer. I'm not going to block you or do anything like that. Once I get the money, I'm going to send it to you as soon as possible. I like the message. She wrote me back and she's like, thank you for understanding. God bless you as well. We had more conversation, but y'all, this story time is not really about her because me and her talked after the situation. She explained to me that the situation with her car or whatever happened, she's gonna give me the money back. And while I'm filming this video real time, y'all. I have not received my money back from her. So like I said, I don't know if she's a scammer or not. This happened a few days ago, but you know, I charged her to the game. I prayed for her with the accident, the car, about the situation. And, you know, I disputed it with my bank because I sent the money to her through Zelle. So, you know, I did the situation. But like I said, y'all, your girl had a date coming up that following day, and I really wanted my hair done. I just want to pull up to the date, and I just wanted him to just be like,
damn, little mama, like, you look good. And
I just want to pull on my braids and just be like, thank you. Like, you know, I just really wanted to feel myself. Y'all know how it is when you get your nails done or your lashes done, you get your hair done, you just be really feeling like that girl. I just wanted to feel like that girl, y'all. I just want to feel cute. So I'm back on the look, y'all. I'm back on Facebook looking, stalking, going crazy, looking for another stylist last minute. So I go back in the group me. I find another stylist. Well, at this point, y'all, I thought this lady was a scammer, and I did want to let other people know, like, hey, this person is scamming in this group. So I went back into the hairstylist group, and I'm like, hey, Ashtray scamming. Like, if y'all smoke, stay away from her, because she's scamming. She out here scamming or whatever. But I basically just put the post, I put the screenshots about her not giving my deposit back, because honestly, I thought it was a lie. I thought it was just a made up story at that moment. But like I said, y'all, I talked to the girl, we hashed it out. If you see this video, again, Ashtray, you know who you are. There's no beef. So I put that in there, letting other people know, like, hey, watch out for this person. Other people commenting was like, hey, I do have availability today. If you're looking for the knot list, like, I got you, DM me. So probably like 4 people DM me that, y'all. I reached out to the first person, and I looked at her work. I went on her page. She's been promoting her page on the Facebook, the Houston hair page, for a minute. Not her page, y'all. She's been promoting her hair on that page for a minute. So, you know, I run through the whole thing or whatever. Your girl looking, I'm lurking. I'm lurking the page down. Her hair looking good. So I DM her. This is Ashtray number 2, y'all. Let me go ahead and put her information up. Also, y'all, her page just looks so angelic. Like, she was posting pictures of her and her kids on there. It was just giving family. It was giving holy. It was just giving, I don't know, y'all. It was just giving dignified woman on her page. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go with her, because she went and scammed me, y'all. Like, I'm speaking to her. I'm gonna put the screenshots in here, y'all. I'm asking her what side of town is she on. And we just talking back and forth, and she's like, I got 2 appointments available today. I got one at 12 and I got one at 4. She's like, what time works best for you? I'm letting her know the 12 o'clock time works best for me. Again, I'm asking her where she located. So she tells me where she's located at, and I tell her I'm not familiar with the area. I'm not from Houston. So she sends me the address of the place. I look this place up, y'all, and a shop comes up. The shop is called 2000 number 2. They had 3 different shops, one in Houston, one in another area of Texas, and they had one in Dallas or whatever. So I'm like, all right, she's in the shop. I look at the reviews on the shop. Everything look professional. People are like, yeah, I really recommend blah, blah, blah. The person's name, Ashtray number 2. They're like, yeah, I really recommend Ashtray number 2. Ask for her. She's good with blowouts, braids, sewings. People are hyping her up. So, you know, I'm making sure I do my research this time, y'all. So I'm talking to her. I send her a picture, and I'm letting her know, like, hey, this is how I want my hair or whatever. I'm telling her I want medium length. I'm telling her I already have the hair because my last stylist canceled on me. And I'm asking her, like, hey, do you use this hair or whatever? And she's just like, yeah, I use that hair. And she sends me the address. And then what happened? She asked me how far I am. And wait, hold on. Oh no, y'all, she gives me her price. Although I did see her prices on her Facebook, because they have like little stories and things on Facebook where you can see people's photos and stuff. I did see her prices, but she gave me her price again, and she told me how much it was gonna cost. She sent me the address, and after that, what happened? Okay, I'm confirming with her if the hair is gonna be good. Again, y'all, I'm gonna put all the screenshots on the screen so y'all can see everything. I asked her, is it a home address? Is it a shop? Although I had already seen with the address that it was a shop, but I just wanted to confirm, y'all. She told me it was a shop. I asked her what's her preferred method of payment for the deposit. So she was like, I'm gonna need your full name, your phone number, secure your spot, and I'll require a $40 deposit via Cash App. So I guess via Cash App was a red flag to me, because I'm just like, via Cash App, Like, I don't trust that. Y'all already know now. It's 2022. If somebody asking you to do business through Cash App, 9 times out of 10, it's a scam, because you know with Cash App, you really can't get your money back. So she said, I'm writing down your information now to book your appointment so I can have it. So all of this is just making me think like, I was I heard what she said, the Cash App, but then she was saying she was putting me in her book. So I'm just thinking like, all right, Ashtray 2, like, you sound respectable. Like, you writing me down, you trying to get me in or whatever. I give her my name, I give her my phone number. I ask her, I'm like, do y'all see the messages? I'm like, do you have Zelle or any other way I can send the deposit? Because I don't have Cash App. I do have Cash App, y'all, but you know, I'm trying to use my scam radar. Like, I'm trying to be on my P's and Q's. I'm trying not to get bedazzled, y'all. So I tell her, bamboozled, y'all. So I tell her I don't have Cash App. And I was like, if you're at the shop, I can bring it to you in cash or Zelle. You know, I'm giving her one or the other. So she was like, oh, you can just pay me in Zelle. And then she says, I open at 10. This really got me, y'all, because she told me the shop open at 10. I go back on Google and it says the shop open at 10. So everything she's saying to me, y'all, it's adding up. Like, everything is connecting. So I'm just like, all right, Asia, you really gonna get your head on. Psych! So she sends me her email. She tells me I can Zelle it to her. She says, ensure you add your appointment time and style to the payment on Zelle. So y'all, please tell me that don't sound professional. She tells me to make sure I add my name, my appointment time, and my style. This is a professional scammer. She's not to be played with, y'all. Like, y'all, she really had it down pat. So I guess this could have been a red flag, but then again, y'all, I don't know who owned this shop. I don't know who, if it's under the business name, if it's under her name. So before I Zelled her the $40 deposit, I seen that it said a name by this name. I'm gonna put the name out, expose this name or whatever, whoever this person is. If y'all want to report this email, I don't know how to do that, but if y'all want to, y'all can report the email. So she says this name or whatever, question mark. And if you're watching this video, Ashtray number 2, because one of y'all, my subscribers, pointed out and said, people probably watch me on YouTube and they know I do story times about just anything that happens to me that's unpleasant. And I hate to say it, y'all, but this world is clout. People like clout. Like, it's kind of sick, but it could be possible that somebody would scam me just because they know I'm gonna do a story time about it. I didn't really think about that, but I did see that comment, and the fact that all of these things took place is starting to make me think like that could be a thing, Asia. Like, that really could be a thing. So they told me to pay it to Zelle, and I send the payment. There was like sender name, like they're confirming with me, y'all. They confirming, making sure that I'm the sender. I tell them my full name again or whatever. There's like, your appointment is secured. See you at 12. Thanks, with the heart. So y'all, I like the message, and I'm just like, yes, I'm getting my hair done. So tomorrow on my date, I'm gonna be that girl, because like I said, y'all, I don't know what it is, but me and braids, I've really been feeling the way I look in braids. Braids have just been giving me like, I don't really know, y'all, but braids look good on your girl. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Braids, I've been really just feeling myself with braids. I just been feeling really like that girl with braids or whatever. So let me stop, because I'm really excited. I'm like, all right, Asia. After this, I end up going shopping, y'all, because I said I was going on a date, y'all. So I wanted to get a new outfit. I wanted to just do the most. I just wanted to feel cute again, y'all. So I went and I got an outfit. I'm planning out my outfits with my braids. I'm thinking of styles. Like, y'all, I'm really ecstatic about this little date over there. I'm excited about getting my hair done. I'm like, all right, she canceled on me, you know, charged it to the game, disputed with my bank, and I already got me another appointment in less than like 30 minutes. Like, boom, like, you ain't stopping nothing. What you stopping? You ain't stopping no show. You ain't stopping nothing. Like, your girl, y'all, I'm back in the game. I'm in there. So the following morning rolls around, and it's finally time for my appointment, y'all. And before I leave out to go to my appointment, I actually walk downstairs. I get in my car. I pack my hair up. I got little snacks with me, because you know sometimes it take hours to get braids. So I got little snacks with me. I'm ready to go, y'all. But as soon as I get in my car, before I put my car in reverse, something just tells me, Asia, go back on Messenger and just make sure everything's good. You're not blocked. Just go back on there and make sure. Y'all, I could cry. I go back on Messenger, and let me tell you what I see. This person is unavailable on Messenger. I tried calling y'all. I'm clicking the profile. I'm calling. I'm trying to call. Ding, ding, ding. Clicks. Ding, ding, ding. Clicks. So this is what I see, y'all. It says this person, let me, hold on, show y'all the thingy without showing y'all the thingy. Y'all see what it says? It says this person is unavailable on Messenger. So I'm like in my car, y'all. I'm in disbelief. I'm just like, Asia, not again. Not again. Like, how does this happen? How does this, y'all? I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. So it happens, and at this point, y'all, I'm so used to getting scammed and taken advantage of. I don't even handle the situation the same. I'm not mad. I'm not screaming. I'm just like, all right, Asia, take your little grapes and your little fruit cup and your hair and go back in the house. So I go back in the house. My date was that night, y'all. So I'm back on the grind. I'm not giving up. Your girl is not giving up, y'all. I'm persistent. I'm resilient. I'm not giving up. So I'm back on there and I go to my DMs because, like I said, other hairstylists had reached out to me and it was like, I can do your hair. So I found this other girl that told me that she could do my hair. Ooh, let me go back. Actually, y'all, the time of the story time is off because I usually pinpoint notes when I do my story times, but I didn't for this one. So let me back all the way up. I was talking to ashtray number 2 at the same time when I was talking to ashtray number 3. So y'all, originally I had an appointment that morning scheduled with ashtray number 3 at 6:30 a.m. I had an appointment with her, and I was gonna be coming to her house. I contacted her. I'm gonna put all the receipts in the video, y'all. I contacted ashtray number 3 at 6 a.m. And remember, ashtray number 2, the one that took my deposit and blocked me, she was my backup. My backup for ashtray number 3, but ashtray number 3 ended up coming through. So let me go to ashtray number 3 conversation because all of this took place on Facebook, y'all. So let me go back up here and ashtray number. Okay, so I'm gonna put all the screenshots with ashtray number 3 in here. Basically, she set my appointment for 6:30 a.m. the morning of. Let me just skip to the morning of, y'all. Let me pull up. I'm gonna put the receipts in here, but I'm not gonna read everything. If y'all wanna pause the video and read it, y'all could do that. But we confirmed it. We confirmed everything. She said, hey, I'm just checking on you. She even checked on me, y'all. She said, hey, I'm checking on you. Is tomorrow still good? I said, yes, ma'am. I called her ma'am. I was respectable, y'all. I was being respectful. I said, yes, ma'am. Good night. Setting my alarm now because my appointment was at 6:30. I wasn't going to miss this appointment for nothing in the world, y'all. So, what happened? The next morning comes around and I wake up, y'all, 6 a.m. bright and early. Y'all would think Jesus had came because your girl was up. So I'm up, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm getting ready, and I'm not about to just go to nobody's residence without confirming with them, making sure they up. It's really early in the morning. So I'm calling her. She did give me her phone number, y'all. I'm calling her, keep going to the voicemail. So I'm assuming her phone is like on sleep mode or do not disturb. And I'm thinking like, all right, maybe the girl is asleep. She gonna be a little late for my appointment. She gonna call me, but it's early, so she's still gonna come through for me, y'all. So I end up calling her, no answer. She contacts me back. It's that Sunday, and y'all can see the time. I said, oh, I wrote her, y'all, and I was like, good morning. Are you no longer available? And this was at 7:06, so this is 36 minutes after my scheduled appointment or whatever. Again, she didn't write me back. She wrote me back 2 hours later, y'all, at 9:06 a.m. She said she just woke up with a sad face. I wrote her back, and I said, okay, it's okay, boo. Next time I'll use you. Why? Because I had my appointment set with ashtray number 2. Psych! I thought. And that's when I found that I was scammed by ashtray number 2. So I went back to ashtray number 3 and I texted her and I was like, hey, are you still available? By this time, y'all, I believe it was like 10. It was like 10 something. I texted her. I'm like, hey, are you still available? She says, yes, I am. But I do have another appointment at like, I think she said 1 o'clock. So I was like, can I still come down or whatever? Because remember, my appointment was supposed to be originally at 6:30. And I know y'all thinking like, Asia, at this point, you should have just let it go. You should have just let it fly because you jumped through hoops.
Got to see it through, my boy. God damn it.
That's kind of what my mindset was like. So I'm contacting her. She's like, come now. She sends me the address, y'all. I'm on my way. I'm bucking, y'all. The whole way driving to her house, I'm floating to get my hair done. Got the hair, got the jam. I'm ready to go, y'all. So as I pull up to her crib, I didn't know if it was going to be a house, an apartment, a shop. I just assumed that it was going to be a house because she didn't give me an apartment number attached to the address, y'all. And right before I pull up, y'all, the closer I get to the address on maps, it starts to give, I don't know, y'all, it's just starting to give hood. It's starting to give projects. And I'm driving. Like I said, you got to see it through, my boy. I got to see it through, my boy. At this point, I done been let loose by 2 different stylists. Scammed by 1. Well, honestly, scammed by 2. And then this the 3rd stylist. I got to see it through, y'all. So it's getting real hood. As soon as I pull up there, I go ahead and text my friend. And I'm like, hey, I sent her my location. She has we share our location with each other, but I want to send her my current location at that time. And I text her. I'm gonna put the screenshot of our text message in here, y'all. And I was dead ass. I was dead serious. I text her and I was just like, hey, if you don't hear from me in an hour, be worried. Here's my mother number. Like, if you don't hear from me in an hour, call my mother. You got my address. Send the people over there. Like, be worried, y'all, because I was low-key scared. But like I said, I had to see it through. So I'm pulling up to this apartment complex. It's bricks. It's giving projects. It's giving like low down, like a low income apartment. So I'm scared, y'all. As I'm circling the neighborhood, the people in the neighborhood is like looking at me. Like, I'm in my car looking at them. They looking at me. And I got tents on my car, y'all. I could see them looking at me through the tents. Like, you know how you ever pull up in a neighborhood and you're not from around there and you don't look familiar, so people looking at you like you don't look familiar? So that's how the people in the neighborhood was looking at me. And it was like a whole bunch of like guys outside or whatever. And they looking at me, they looking, and I'm looking at them or whatever. I roll my window back up because like I said, y'all, it was starting to get intense. So finally, I'm calling the hairstylist the whole time. And again, I'm thinking I'm about to get scammed again, y'all, simply because when I was calling her, she wasn't answering the phone. She kept texting me. Like, I was calling her and she was clicking over, sending me to the voicemail, and she was texting me. She finally texted me the apartment number. I guess it doesn't matter if y'all see the apartment number. I'm gonna put the receipts in the video. She texted me the apartment number. She said it's 15 something something. I'm not looking at the receipts right now, y'all, because it's on my other phone, but I'm just gonna play it by memory. So she gives me the apartment number, and for a moment, y'all, before I even get out my car, I didn't even feel comfortable bringing my wallet and my purse inside this place. I had an umbrella in my car, so I took my wallet out of the umbrella and I took all my cards, my debit cards, and I wrapped it inside the umbrella, and I hid the umbrella underneath my seat. So I was like, if I get robbed or somebody busts my windows out, whatever, at least I know they're not gonna take an umbrella. Like, no one's gonna take an umbrella. No one's gonna think to check an umbrella. So I do that, and I do a little prayer. I pray. I sent my friend my location. Like, I had to see it through, y'all. So I'm walking towards the door, and as I'm walking towards the door, I hear like hella dogs, and these don't sound like small dogs, y'all. Y'all seen that movie Cujo? This sound like Cujo's, like Cujo's times 10, like big dogs. And she tells me that she's putting the dogs away in a text message. So that's how I knew I had the right house, y'all. And before I even came up there, y'all, I can already see people like peeking out the window or whatever looking. So another thing, I heard voices as I got close to the door. So I'm thinking like, damn, there's more people in here. I don't know, y'all, but I don't like going to people's house when there's other people present. I don't know why. I just be expecting it to be me and the stylist. So I was getting a little more anxious and a little more nervous about that. So finally she opens the door. She has a smile on her face. She's like, hey, welcome, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, ashtray number 3 or whatever. I come in, I show her the hair. I have the jam. Everything's cool. I sit down, and immediately she starts prepping my hair. Another thing I do want to say, y'all, because y'all are going to see this in the receipts. I don't want y'all to get confused, but she did tell me that she She said she just moved and she did not have any furniture, but she did have a braiding station. Now, I'm not saying this verbatim, y'all. I'm trying to recall what she said in the messages, because like I said, I'm not looking at it. But if y'all see that in the messages, that's what she was talking about, and I did not have a problem with that. I said, yeah, that's cool, that's no problem. Like, she said she had her braiding station, which she did, y'all. Once I came to the apartment, there was no furniture. Like, you could tell she had just moved into the apartment. Literally, there was suitcases on the floor, and there was a few boxes, y'all. There wasn't anything but her braiding section or whatever. So I get there, she has the little, I don't know what you call it, but it's the little braider divider. She's putting the hair on there. My AirPods had already died, y'all, and I was watching, what's her name? Her name's Mona, but I'm trying to recall the name of her podcast. It was like an hour and like a 30-minute podcast. So I was already watching that before I even got in the apartment. And I love Monica, so I was watching a podcast. And it just so happens to be that the podcast I was watching, y'all, it was talking about kitchen stylists. It was talking about stylists. And y'all, I did not know that the podcast was going to be talking about stylists, because I'm going to pull it up, but this is the name of the podcast. It literally says Beyonce and Drake album, Nick Cannon baby, Saucy Tantanas, and comments plus more. It didn't say anything about stylists in this. So I'm watching this video out loud while she's prepping my hair or whatever, and Mona starts talking about unprofessional stylists, kitchen stylists. I'm gonna put the clip in here of what she was saying while I was getting my hair done, y'all. I'm gonna put this little clip in here. Y'all seen the clip. This is what she was saying. And when she started saying this, y'all, I'm literally hitting the close button on my phone. I'm literally hitting this button right here on my phone, the power button, to try to like end it and like skip past the part. But y'all, for some reason my phone had froze up. In the middle of it's talking about kitchen stylists, people doing hair out their house. All this is coming up, so y'all know I'm shitting bricks. So I'm thinking like, damn, I hope this girl don't think I'm being funny. Like, who comes to somebody's house and play a podcast talking about stylists, talking about kitchen stylists? Y'all, I would never. It just so happened that that part of the video was playing when I was in her chair, and it took me probably like 30 seconds to actually like skip that part of the video. I actually just end up turning off the whole podcast and I put on something else, because you're not about to get me beat up, Mona. If I would have got beat up, Mona, it would have been on you. So now, y'all, she probably already heard what was being said in the video. Now I'm a little paranoid, because it's just like, damn, like it seemed like I'm being petty, but y'all, I promise I wasn't. As I was getting my hair done, these are the braids that she did. So when she finished the first braid, she let me look at it. She asked me if I liked the sizing. Everything was fine with the braid. We didn't have no issues with that or whatever. But the whole time I was kind of just in my phone. In the appointment, I was watching videos, like hour-long videos, you know, just trying to kill time. And like I said, I was watching it out loud because my AirPods had died. Eventually, my phone had died, y'all. And when my phone died, I finally started just to like look around the apartment, y'all. And I kid you not, and I was gonna record it because I know somebody gonna be like, Asia, you lying? Why is this always you? Like, what's with you and roaches? Like, Asia, are you lying? But y'all, I'm not lying. I looked around and it was roaches everywhere. When I say everywhere, y'all. I don't know if the roaches wanted to welcome me, because when I first got there and I put everything down, and when she was prepping the hair, I did look around a little bit and I didn't see a roach in sight. But y'all, my phone had died and I didn't have anything to look at but the apartment, and roaches were like popping up everywhere. They was popping up in fours, y'all. They was coming in groups and gangs. Like, I don't know if they felt like I was officially a guest now because I had been there for longer than an hour, but it was just roaches everywhere, y'all. So I'm sitting there and I'm getting my hair done and I'm just like, wow. And y'all, I'm looking around like this. And in my head, I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, this can't be real. This cannot be real life. This is not my life. And I'm already thinking like, yeah, this is definitely gonna be a story time. I'm like, how do I end up here? Like, Asia, it's always you. How do you end up in these situations? So that happens or whatever, and I'm watching the roaches, y'all. I got these roaches like on my radar. Like, I'm making sure they don't get too close to me. I'm watching them. One actually did come close to me and I could no longer like watch him, and I wanted to stump him, y'all, but I didn't know how she was gonna feel about that. And like I said, I didn't want to offend anybody, so I let the roach do his thing, y'all. He crawled past me on all fours, and I'm just sitting in a chair. And by this time, she's probably like, I want to say she's halfway through my hair. She did move pretty quickly, y'all. And like I said, the whole time when she was doing my hair, she was very sweet, a very kind girl. Really sweet, y'all. So I'm getting my hair done. Eventually she did let me put my phone on her charger, and once my phone had got to like 20%, I got back on my phone. I'm watching videos. She finally gets to the top of my hair, she parts it, she finishes my hair, and y'all know once you get to the end, you have to dip the ends of the hair. And y'all, she goes towards this tub. I don't want to call it it wasn't a suitcase. What is that thing called? It was an autumn, y'all. She goes towards this autumn. And like I said, the apartment was roach infested. It was roaches literally everywhere. At this point, I couldn't count how many times I had lost count. I had already counted like 50 roaches, y'all. But I lost count, and I was tempted to record, but I'm just like, y'all believe me or y'all don't believe me? Like, I can't make this stuff up, y'all. Why would I make this up? Like, I just wouldn't make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. She goes into this little autumn or whatever, and she pulls out a towel, y'all. And then she comes and she's about to put the towel on my neck. And like I said, I didn't know if it was the apartments or if it was her. Like, I didn't know if the apartments came with roaches or if she came with the roaches. So before she puts it on me, I take it or whatever, and I shake it out, y'all, and then I put it on my neck or whatever, and she dips the ends of my hair. She dips, and she let me see my hair before I left. Like I told her, this is the hair that she did, y'all. Really love my hair. It's a few days old now or whatever. I had it in a bonnet, but y'all, love my hair. Paid her, tipped her. Everything was good with that. Y'all, I skedaddled. I called my friend. I let her know that I made it out alive. Like, everything was Gucci with that. But it was just another hood experience, y'all. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video, but that's another story time about how I got my hair done. And yeah, it was just another crazy experience. I'm trying to figure out if I left anything out. No, I don't think I left anything out. And the stylist was really sweet, y'all. Ashtray number 2, she really saved the day, because the first stylist canceled on me. It was due to a car accident. Like I said, accidents do happen, but I honestly do feel like she should have never used my deposit. And then the third ashtray, I got smoked, y'all. She was a scammer. I disputed that with my bank, so we good on that. And then the second stylist, she just had roaches, y'all. But she was a really sweet girl. Like, even today, was it today? Yeah, y'all, even today, a few days after my appointment, she texted me and she was just like, hey, how's your braids? You like your hair? And I told her, I'm like, yeah, I like my hair. I'll be back. I lied, y'all. I'm not gonna be back. And I would have been back because I really do like her work. I really do like her mannerisms. She was really professional. She was really sweet. She made sure I was comfortable. She did offer me water, and y'all knew I didn't accept it, but she did offer me water, y'all. And she was just really sweet. She was just a really kind girl. Like, even after the appointment, no stylist have ever texted me and checked on me, asking me if I was well and how my hair was after, like, a few days after the appointment. Really sweet. She said that she wanted me back in her chair. Just a really sweet girl, y'all. The experience with her, it wasn't pleasant due to, the living situation. And again, y'all, this is my fault for going to kitchen stylist. I can honestly say I learned my lesson. Like, this is gonna be the last story time y'all get when it comes to hair and scam. Like, scam hair in Asia is never gonna be in a sentence again. I put that on everything. It's not happening again, y'all, because I really learned my lesson. Because I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, I was scared. I'm gonna put like the screenshots in here of me texting my friends, like, dead ass, like, I'm low-key scared. But the deposits have been paid. Desperate times call for desperate needs, y'all. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened with my hair. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace. Mwah.